Over the past 3 years, I've been playing a game I fell in love with so hard that I'm going out of my comfort zone and not just making one video about it, but a series of videos. An over 10-year-old game that is the coziest community I've ever seen, probably because the game is so niche. I'm talking about 100% Orange Juice, a virtual board game where instead of playing mini games all the time, we beat each other up in the streets. Welcome to How to 100% Orange Juice. First thing you gotta do is buy the game. Don't worry, it's only $7 and goes on sale all the damn time. Don't worry about getting out of the DLC yet, as we'll save that for if you actually want to invest time into the game, as it gives you plenty of opportunities to try the DLC with 2 free characters rotating every week. Now that you've bought and launched the game, you'll be prompted with a choice to start a character. Each character in the game has different stats and playstyles. I chose Mark, but looking back I would recommend everyone choose Guri, as she is the best one and still holds up as a fine and viable character without being broken. Don't pick Kayaku as they suck, but also don't worry if you already chose wrong, as you can get them easily along with many others. You now have 2 options: play online at a disadvantage because you only start with 15 cards, or play single player with difficulty on normal because what it means by difficulty is due to bots cheat by rigging their dice rolls. I recommend starting single player as you'll unlock characters faster by starting this way, and also have a more fun deck by the time you start online. But both are expectable options. Either way, you will most likely be playing on normal mode starting out unless you do not heed any of my advice, in which case why are you watching this video? Oh, and one more thing before we get into a game. If playing a single player campaign, you don't actually have to play as the character that campaign is for, so feel free to play as any of the free DLC characters of the week. Now press ready on the deck building screen once you are done making your deck, and I'll tell you the rules. Welcome to the game board, where we don't leave until someone either wins or desinks. You will start in a randomized turn order, where each turn you will roll a die to move onto a panel and do the effect of the landed on panel. I recommend pausing the video if you didn't find a tutorial the game gives you sufficient depth to explain what they do. After the effect resolves, it's the next player's turn, and then the next, until it's yours again. How is this board that small? Hold on, Starbo, I haven't even explained the battles yet. When crossing someone, you can choose to stop on their panel and start a battle with them. The initiator of the battle will go first and do an attack roll. All rolls in battle get their stat for that action added to them, so in this case, Starbreaker rolled an 8. When being attacked, you have 2 options: defend or evade. Defending reduces damage by the result to a minimum of 1, while evasion is a risky action that lets you negate all damage if your evade total is higher than the attack total. Because there's no way to live if I evade in this situation, I will defend, and if I live, I get to do a counterattack. After said counterattack, the battle ends. Or I can lose there and die, which was the more probable option. Also, I am down. When it's my turn, I have to roll my recovery stat or higher to recover. Failing this roll will make me still down next turn, and the amount I have to roll to recover gets reduced by 1. Okay, now that I'm back up, my HP got reset back to full and I can move again. Next turn. Oh right, you might be wondering what the goal of the game is, as there is no turn limit. Instead, players can go through your home panel after obtaining a certain amount of stars or wins known as a Norma. Achieving your Norma, then landing on a home panel allows you to level up, increasing star gain, and allows you to choose the next Norma, with each one being progressively harder. The first player to level up 5 times wins. However, stars and levels are not just for winning the game. Each card has a star cost and a level requirement shown on the card, with yellow stars on the right being worth 10 stars each, green ones being worth 1, and if it shows 5 gray stars, then it will say on the card what the cost is in the description. Because different cards have so many types, I'll explain them in a later video, because semi-recently they added tooltips that show keywords, so I don't have to explain longer than I have to in this video. Just know that cards are where most of the strategy comes in. Each player decked 10 cards to add to the communal deck, along with 8 Blake Hyper cards, which when drawn, becomes your character's Hyper. Sometimes these cards are so good that they can give a character with poor battle stats an edge over the others, like that wasn't even optimal this early! Once a player reaches level 4, this happens. It's the boss panel. You only want to land on this if the boss is around 1 HP, otherwise you will probably get hit hard and lose half your stars. Usually whoever kills the boss gains a ton of stars, not because the boss holds stars by default, but because enemies can steal stars from defeated players as well. Anyway, I'll meet you back once the game is over. Alright, game is pretty much over. I defeated the boss and now I have enough stars to win, and I'm right next to my home panel. I don't see any way this could possibly go wrong. Now thankfully, you do not need a victory to gain rewards. After a match, you will get arcade tokens, stars, and oranges. These are used in the in-game shop to get things, but the most important things are to get card packs with your stars, free-to-play characters with that mystery portal in the challenges section, and claw machine pulls with your arcade tokens because you literally cannot get anything else with them. I will make a video going over cards at a later date, but for now, you know how to begin playing 100% orange juice. So I'm going to leave you to pull for a Lulu plush on the claw machine. And of course I get a Popo after that game.